One of the most important numbers every business owner should know is the break-even point. Yet many entrepreneurs either calculate it incorrectly or never calculate it at all. The break-even point is simply the moment when your business earns enough revenue to cover all expenses. At that point, you are not making a profit, but you are not losing money either. Everything earned beyond that point becomes profit. Let's use a practical example to understand this clearly. Imagine you own a small company that manufactures custom coffee mugs. Every month, your fixed expenses include rent of $2,000, employee salaries of $3,000, software subscriptions of $500, insurance of $300, and utilities of $200. Your total fixed costs are $6,000 per month. Fixed costs remain the same whether you sell 1 mug or 1,000 mugs. Next, let's look at variable costs. Each mug costs $4 to produce. This includes materials, packaging, and shipping supplies. You sell each mug for $10. To find the contribution margin, subtract the variable cost from the selling price. $10 minus $4 equals $6. This means every mug sold contributes $6 toward covering fixed expenses. Now divide your total fixed costs by the contribution margin. 6,000 divided by 6 equals 1,000 units. This means you must sell 1,000 mugs every month just to break even. If you sell 900 mugs, you lose money. If you sell 1,000 mugs, you break even. If you sell 1,100 mugs, you begin making a profit. However, many business owners stop here and accidentally create inaccurate calculations. Real businesses often have hidden costs. For example, credit card processing fees, product returns, marketing expenses tied directly to sales, commissions, shipping subsidies, and warranty costs can all increase variable expenses. Suppose your actual variable cost is not $4 but $5 after including all these hidden expenses. Now your contribution margin becomes $5 instead of $6. Your break-even point suddenly changes from 1,000 units to 1,200 units. That is a major difference. This is why accurate break-even calculations require complete numbers, not estimates. Another common mistake is ignoring seasonality. Imagine your business sells more products during the holiday season and fewer during summer months. Looking only at annual averages may create a false sense of security. Instead, calculate break-even monthly. This gives you a realistic picture of cash flow requirements throughout the year. Let's continue with our mug business example. Suppose you manage to sell 1,500 mugs each month. Revenue equals $15,000. Variable costs equals $7,500. Fixed costs remain $6,000. After subtracting all expenses, your monthly profit becomes $1,500. Now imagine rent increases by $500 and employee wages increase by $500. Fixed costs rise from $6,000 to $7,000. Your break-even point now becomes 1,400 units instead of 1,200 or 1,000. Without monitoring these changes, many owners believe they are profitable when margins are actually shrinking. Accurate break-even analysis is not a one-time exercise. It should be reviewed regularly as costs, pricing, suppliers, wages, and market conditions change. The most successful business owners track break-even levels every month because it helps them make better decisions about pricing, hiring, marketing, inventory, and expansion. It also removes guesswork. Instead of wondering whether sales are good enough, you know the exact target required to keep the business healthy. When you understand your break-even point accurately, every financial decision becomes clearer. You know how many customers you need, how much revenue must be generated, and how close you are to profitability. That knowledge transforms business finance from a guessing game into a measurable system that can be managed, improved, and scaled with confidence. Another important factor many business owners overlook is product mix. Not every product generates the same profit margin. Imagine your coffee mug company sells 3 different types of mugs. A basic mug sells for $10, a premium mug sells for $20, and a custom corporate gift mug sells for $30. The variable costs for each product are different, which means the contribution margin is different as well. If most of your sales come from low-margin products, your actual break-even point may be much higher than expected. However, if you increase sales of higher-margin products, you can reach break-even faster without increasing total sales volume. This is why successful business owners analyze which products contribute the most profit, not just the most revenue. Revenue can be misleading. A business may generate large sales numbers while still struggling financially because margins are too thin. Another useful exercise is calculating the break-even point for individual products, services, or departments. This helps identify what is truly supporting the business and what may be draining resources. Over time, these insights allow owners to focus on their most profitable activities, eliminate weak offerings, and allocate resources more effectively. The more detailed your break-even analysis becomes, the more accurate your financial decisions will be, helping you avoid costly surprises and maintain stronger control over profitability. Now let's talk about practical ways to improve and monitor your break-even point. The first tip is to create a simple spreadsheet that automatically updates whenever costs change. Many business owners use tools such as Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets because they allow quick adjustments to pricing, costs, and sales volume assumptions. The second tip is to review fixed and variable expenses separately. When owners combine everything into one category, they lose visibility into what is actually driving costs. Third, test different pricing scenarios. A small increase in price can sometimes reduce the number of sales needed to break even dramatically. Fourth, monitor gross margin regularly. If suppliers raise prices and you fail to adjust your calculations, your break-even target may quietly move higher. Fifth, build a safety buffer. Do not aim only for break-even. If your calculated target is 1,000 units, consider setting an operational goal of 1,200 or 1,300 units. This creates room for unexpected expenses and slower sales periods. If you found this video helpful, then like, share, and subscribe this channel to get future videos. Thank you for watching this video.